on that and leave everything else. The Prophet ﷺ said, no. فَكُلُّ مُيَسَّرٍ لِمَا خُلِقَ لَهُ. For whichever category you have been created, Allah will facilitate for you to be from that category in this dunya by doing good actions. And having the opportunity to do good action, it is given by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and no one else. Person doesn't come for prayer because of his strength. Allah gives him the strength, then he comes. Allah gives him the iman, then he comes. Allah gives him this fear, then he comes. There are many people who don't have this, they're not able to come. So it's not something that you did a great job. It's a blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that Allah facilitated this for you. And similarly, Allah facilitates for us to gain benefit through so many other avenues. It's the responsibility of this believer to present himself in front of Allah that Allah, I also want to be blessed. I also want your rahmah. I also want your forgiveness. I also want the deen to be revived in my life. I also want to be the righteous individual. I also want to be those who are accepted in your court. I also want to be that on the day of judgment my book of deed is given to me on my right hand. I also want to be amongst those that cross the bridge of Sirat in the speed of lightning. I also want to be amongst those that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives me Jannah without any reckoning. So to get all of those things, what we want for ourselves in akhirah, Allah opens the door of good actions, but providing us different means through which we can get closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this is also one of the amal of khair. The more we benefit for ourselves, the more we facilitate, the more we show hospitality, it will become a means for us to get closer to Allah Azza wa Jal. At the end of the day, people are doing the work of Allah. And Allah to decide which action is acceptable in the court of Allah and which action is not acceptable in the court of Allah. We are not here to make those judge. We are not here to make those judgments. We are here to do our part. And what is our part? That we do the action. That's it. The results are in the hands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So inshallah we ask Allah to grant us the ability, the strength to do good deeds in our life, look for opportunity through which we can get closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and appreciate the gatherings of blessings so that we can take benefit from them. Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen. جزاكم الله خيرا سبحان الله وبحمده سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك ونشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك.